What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm going to talk about how outdated and how limited and how this low vibrational this timeline and in this world we're really actually in. Now, the older I'm getting, the more I'm being subjected to this world. I'm 26, turning 27, but the more I'm living life, um, I'm starting to, and I'm aware that it is possible that the government or other hidden um masons or masonic bloodlines do hide a lot of advanced technology from the collective, and there's a lot of information, a lot of technology that we don't know of or we're not aware of, which is fine. But at the same time, it's like, man, I feel like the reasons, one of, not the main reasons, but one of the reasons why a lot of people are very depressed, a lot of people are very stuck in life, they're just very they're just out of it because they have a lot of anxiety, they have a lot of insecurities, they're just miserable, they have a lot of addictions that are harmful to them. I'm no exception. Like, people draw to food, sex, alcohol, drugs, etc., bad habits, laziness, being narcissistic, etc. It's because of this timeline we're in. Like, everything is outdated now. Yes, people do hide technology from us, but I think it's the nature of this reality, it's the nature of this realm. It's not a good idea to reincarnate. It is really not. The goal is to not reincarnate here. It really is, because there's nothing good over here. Like, I'm not trying to sound like a downer or anything, but yes, at least in America, people may say that, oh, we have better technology, or like we aren't like in a, we're not in poverty. It could always be worse. That is true to a certain extent, but at the same time, it could always be better. As human beings, we're never satisfied. So if God were to create a human vessel that's never satisfied, then why the fuck would God or this universe even create a realm to where everything is outdated? Like, there's no flying cars. Like, you see the movie like Star Wars. Why can't this reality be like that? Or if not like that, mix in with the shit we have right now in this timeline, and mix it with the things that are in Star Wars, like technology. You see how advanced technology in Star Wars is? They have flying cars. They have the fucking Death Star. Or like, that's so much advanced technology where, like, if you lose a limb, it's easy for them to replace that limb with a robotic arm, but it looks more advanced and cool, and you ain't got to pay or anything like that. You see how advanced those buildings are in Star Wars, how advanced their technology is, and how civilized it is, and how people dress. Why can't it be like that? You know what I'm saying? Or like, you see these other movies, these other sci-fi movies, and these video games. I'm not talking about the violent video games, but I'm talking about these video games and sci-fi movies where everything's so advanced and it's civilized. Mix it in with this timeline. You know what I'm saying? But no, it's not like that. This realm, and people want to call it, oh, this is reality, is how life is. Nah, life shouldn't really be like that. If that's the case, then when people say that, then explain spirits, explain ghosts, explain shadow entities, explain evil shit that takes place. You know what I'm saying? People will always want to rely. There is a higher power. There's a higher energy. People have seen spirits. People have seen ghosts. People have seen demonic spirits. People have been reported being possessed. People have seen shadow entities. Me, I've seen ghosts before. A lot of people even communicate with spirits. People astral project. So without a doubt, there's other dimensions, and there's other life out there. You know what I'm saying? If not in an alien form, then probably in a spirit form. You know what I'm saying? So without a doubt, shit like this does exist. So I be thinking, I be questioning myself, man, why can't God or the creator, why can't the universe fucking like just make some advanced shit like that in this realm? You know what I'm saying? So now I get it when most people in the spiritual community, they like to say like they don't want to reincarnate, or like, or not a spiritual community, because most people in the spiritual community are dumb. They're lost. They're very limited. They're not awake. I'm talking about people who speak a lot of spiritual shit and I resonate with them. It makes sense. Now I understand what they're coming from when they say the goal is to not reincarnate. The goal is to not come back. This earth is hell. The human experience is hell, because it is. No, you're not in pain 24/7. Well, you are. We're just used to it. It just sucks being a human body. But it's just like, I can see it, because nothing is really advanced. Like, how the fuck we're in the year 2024, we're in the age of Aquarius, and like, we don't have no type of advanced technology, and people want to say, oh, we have chat GBT, or we have AI, and like, what the fuck is that? That's nothing. That's nothing. That's like, and even then, ChatGPT and other AI, they have like fucking like it lags. It's not even accurate most of the time, or some of the time it is accurate, but sometimes it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, isn't there a better technology? Isn't there better AI tech? Like the shit you see in Star Wars, like any flying cars, or the shit you see in Halo. You see how advanced our technology is? Why can't it be like in this realm? There isn't. You know, all these vehicles, it pays so much money. We got to work so much hours to maintain a nice, decent car. We got to pay for gas and all this other bullshit. It breaks down easily. Same thing with these houses. It's been scientifically proven that all these houses that we live in as people is not even healthy for the human body. We need solar energy. We need the sun. We need the moon. We need like oxygen in these houses. They don't provide that. And people want to say, oh, you can open your window. Nah, just look it up. The scientists and other YouTubers break this shit down. You know, so it's like, damn, man, like this reality kind of sucks. Yes, it could always be worse, because what made it worse that back then in this retarded human history, we used to have like enslavement, battles, and wars and corruption. We still are experiencing those things, but it wasn't as barbaric. I mean, in these third world countries, it is barbaric, but I'm talking about back then, like all over the world. We used to have World War I, World War II. People used to like just stab each other, or like with swords and shit, and like we got like racism, enslavement. So it's like, it's fucking crazy, you know. So it's just the human experience is extremely low, and I can see it. Like, how the fuck, like, you know what I'm saying, like there, like I'm thinking to myself, damn, there's no other entities or other beings or other life forms or other like spirits that come down here to assist humanity into helping them build technology or to gain access to certain types of information. You know what I'm saying? So it makes sense when other people say that, I don't know if they're right or not, but they say that the human body is a curse, it's a hell. Because it's true, because everything, like when you look at shit from a very spiritual perspective, and from a very metaphorical perspective, we're enslaved. We're stuck in a box. This world doesn't, like, everything is limited. It limits you, you know? So you can use that to your advantage by, like, once you're aware of that, you can use it to your advantage by to like change shit up, or to, you're going to easily become a leader in this world, because you're going to be the change that this world needs to see, because not too many people are talking about it, not too many people are taking action, and there's a lot of changes that needs to be made in this world. I'm not saying that to be 100% right or accurate, but at least get the idea, or at least have an idea, or at least spread awareness that everything needs a fucking change. But either people are too afraid of that, they're too insecure, or they just don't believe in themselves, or they're limited. Without a doubt, this realm, this reality, it keeps you low. That's why a lot of people, when you meet the average person, they don't have an open mind. They always talk about the same mundane shit that doesn't, like, most people when they have conversations, they talk nothing about bullshit and gossip, and that's why it's so easy for people to fight, to argue, and to be in so much drama. And they talk about dumb shit that doesn't really fucking matter. People pay attention to shit that doesn't matter, but I don't blame them. It's not their fault. It's because of this rowdy and in this realm, in this society they're subjected to. You know what I'm saying? If you're subjected to a very hellish, limited, lame, depressing, retarded ass world, then yes, you have no choice but to talk about this shit that you're subjected to. Your people act the way they act, they do the things they do based on their environment. This is where you get your generational curses, your family habits, and where you're raised. It's like people who are born in certain areas, parts of the world, they act a certain way because of the culture and just how they're raised. It's just shit like that. Their belief systems, how they talk, etc. So it makes sense. So I can see why people are depressed. People are just anxious. People are talking about nothing but dumb shit. People are just limited. They're mundane. They're very surface level. It's because of this world they're subjected to. A lot of people aren't happy. A lot of people are very miserable. People aren't living their best life. They're not living life. They're just coping with life, you know? So it does get annoying, but there has to be, because I be living life, I'm just like, man, that's it. Like, there has to be advanced technology. There just has to be, man. There has to be flying cars, or, you know, what sucks that, like, not only we don't have advanced technology, but, like, we're still working for the system. You still have to be a slave for the system. I understand part of being a work and be part of working for the system, being a slave, is to help the system keep it running. But there has to be other ways to where, like, you don't have to work, or you don't have to do shit for the system to work. But of course, we're ruled by a corrupt government and these Masonic pedophile bloodlines and these evil people who rule the world. Yes, of course, they're the ones that are taking over this shit. So of course, we don't have control over it. I'm just saying, imagine they're eliminated and this whole world switched up, because you got time speeding up, the days going by a lot faster that no one really pays attention to. So at times I'm like, man, what's going on? You know, that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure there's ideologies and different ideas and different ways to make the system a lot better without the corrupt people in power and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Part of it is studying astrology, learning how the system operates, learning about learning about world corruption, and just having an open mind and just doing the healing work, doing the shadow work, and just healing yourself, healing your emotional body. You know what I'm saying? Just shit like that. But just weird. But that's all I gotta say. Have a good one. Yeah, but actually I'm gonna keep going. But yeah, it does get kind of annoying though, because when you're living life, people want to say, oh, it's not normal to be depressed. It's not normal to feel sad or low or angry. In my opinion, I think it's perfectly fine and justified. The reason why people are like that is because of the society of this world we're living in, because of this fucking realm. I personally blame God and the universe, because they're the ones that control the rules and regulations of how the human experience is supposed to operate and how this realm is supposed to operate. Yes, these Masonic bloodlines and these pedophiles in power, yes, they control the world. They've been doing it since human history. Yes, they're at fault, but at the same time, it's God and the universe's fault for allowing this realm to do shit like this. You know what I'm saying? We don't have advanced life forms or different entities or beings coming down here to assist us. Or even we don't have enough advanced smart spirits reincarnated as human bodies into this realm. You know what I'm saying? We don't. So everything is just fucking like limited, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, people want to say we have AI, we have ChatGPT, we have other advanced tech that, yeah, I get what they're saying, but that's not shit. Like that's nothing. That's really nothing. And if in your eyes, if you think that's a lot, then I'm sorry, but you have a very limited mindset. No offense, like, cause like, come on, man, like, nah, man, like, you shouldn't live life in a box. There's more out there. There has to be more out there. I'm not saying I'm right, but there has to be more out there. You know, don't be childish, but have like a childlike mind, like be tapped into your inner child, where like there's a reason why you're so into watching like movies like Star Wars, or to like other like sci-fi movies and video games like Halo and other like superhero type of games, because I really do believe shit like this, it has to exist. And not in this realm, and probably in different realms, or in the dream world, or after you die. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, there has to be. If not, then this is a very sad existence. But how are these people able to get these ideas from these movies, from these sci-fi movies and these video games? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, they got it from a higher realm. You know what I'm saying? From their ideology came from a higher realm, from God, source, or their ancestors, or from them, etc. From their higher self, their soul, their spirit, whatever it may be. But without a doubt, it came from something. So yeah, so pretty much all the shit I'm saying, it has to be real, or at least in these other realms, in the spiritual realm and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It may not exist in this realm. If that's the case, then that's one of the reasons why people are so miserable. It's because this human experiences 3D realm is very limited. It keeps you stuck. And no wonder why people call it hell. But my best advice is to do the best you can. Try to use that type of mindset, or my video, as like, use it to your advantage. Use your higher thinking and your open-mindedness and your inner child as an advantage to be the change people in this world needs to see, by making videos, dishing out information, by taking risks, by being bold in life, by doing things you always wanted to do, by having the courage to do things you always fear of doing. Like, it could be like you being scared of how people perceive you, what people may think about you, or like you always wanted to take that career, but you're too hesitant. Now you have the balls and the courage to go for that career. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, since you have such an open mind, use that to your advantage. And since you are aware of that, this reality and this human experience in society isn't meeting your expectations, then use your high expectations and creativity and your open-mindedness and your innocence, use that as an advantage to become the greatest version of yourself, to become great in this limited 3D realm. And then that's how you become recognized. That's how you become famous. That's how you create abundance for yourself, financial wealth, and like that, because you have such an open mind, you have high expectations for you. The things that the collective or this world thinks is great, that's like your average pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Because you have such a high expectations. And so that's why I mean, you use that to your advantage, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's how you become engaged in this world instead of being like discouraged pretty much. But that's all I'm gonna say. I hope this video helps, and have a good one. Peace.